All right. So we are in the Epstein files. So
Mm.
what were some of the things you were saying? Because while you're talking, I'm gonna start getting into PDFs and start opening it live right here because this is where all the files are. So photo galleries. There we go. Here we go.
Well, I want to tell you one thing. All the hype with these files. Wait till you see this. We got the names, we got pictures, we got videos, we got audio, all of this. So far, they showed pictures. Okay. I believe we were talking about this recently, and you asked me a question, and the question says, "Hey, what do you think about those pictures?" I don't think nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's a picture of me hanging out in the club and some girl sitting on my lap, and I'm like, "Hey, get off of me!" You don't know. You know,
Yeah.
you don't know what the story is as of right now. You know, videos, on the other hand, as long as it's not AI, or then again, maybe it has to be AI approved. Haha. But videos, on the other hand, will show a different picture of what's going on. It's like Diddy. Diddy, his story is horrifying because we got to see videos. It's different. You know what I mean? Along with pictures, but you get conditioned like give me more videos because they started off everything with videos when it came to his case. And when you saw a picture, like you just brush it to the side, like, no, give me a video. So the files are now being introduced with just pictures. Now, I would say one thing, okay? Um,
Good morning. Today is
My bad. Go ahead.
good morning today. Now the pictures is an all-star cast of celebrities, rich people, millionaires, billionaires, you name it. They're all in there. I mean, they even have one with Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So,
we're gonna pull it up right now. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see here. I mean, it's millions of files. That's the problem.
yeah.
And if you have a sophisticated AI, that it'll look specifically for what you're talking about, like pictures with all that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's how people are able to find these things so fast. Because, like, if they just release the files and you're telling me you went through 3 million, I mean, you're just lying. It's just
Yeah, yeah,
impossible.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Well, even if, you know what I mean? You know, what's incredible about the AI engine, if you will, you could ask anything you want and it'll just pop up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you think about how we dealt with stuff in the past, computers have simply taken over everything, the minds of people, the minds of kids, and everything's just being put out there. Okay. Whereas back in the day, if you used a credit card, you had to go through some little board with a stamp and it printed it on paper and you had to sign it or whatever.
yeah.
So the way I see it, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that happened, when I'm like, I'm not sure if that happened. Yeah, I see the video, but something smudgy about it. You know what I mean? Like, so if you're looking at a picture, you and I both know we're from back in the days. A picture should look smoky, a little rough, not 4K quality. You know what I'm saying? Like a picture's gonna look like what a picture looks like when we used to bring it to the little stand, and yeah, come back in 2 hours. I have these ready for you. You know what I mean? So, like it's something that we all got to be careful with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I saw a picture of, let me see, like they have Diana Ross there, for an example, and she looks pretty young in the picture, if I recall. Now, if that picture that I saw was crystal clear, clean, I'm like, okay, come on, man. That's no, that's far-fetched. But so far the pictures I've been seeing, they're very old school. Some are black and white. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what? So what do you think? Like, what are you trying to say about the pictures?
Well, what
Like,
I'm saying,
some of them could be like AI. Is that what you're saying?
it can be. It can be.
I mean,
Okay.
there's no reason to not
But
suspect that for sure. I agree with that.
but
Yeah.
you need to remember, I grew up, I was born in 71. So you figure by the time I'm 4 or 5, I'm pretty much aware of what's going on, right? I've seen pictures. Like you ever see a picture and I'm pretty sure your mom has pictures like when she was, back in 73, 74, or whatever, and it has that like yellow tint to it. So if you
Yeah, yeah.
if you show me an Epstein's file picture from the 70s, I'm going to expect it. If there's color, I'm going to expect it to have that yellow tint to it. But if it's like crystal clear, that's very questionable. Very, very questionable. And we're living in times where it's dangerous. It's dangerous. You don't know what you're watching. You don't know what you're reading. You don't know what you're looking at you know so I mean, my thing is this, we can't all jump to conclusions. It's interesting though, the pictures that they are showing, like, is it true? But I have a scenario, and I don't know if people would like to hear this or not, or people who know will know. My scenario is this. Okay. Hey Vic, I want to host a party. I want to invite 100 people. The party's a blast. Now we got a following. So these 100 people that we know, whether, let's just say celebrities, they're going to invite more people, and that party grows. You have it once a year, and it grows and grows. Before you know, you have 500 people coming to your gathering or whatever. You know. So let's go back to the first 100. It's a casual party. I'm an awesome host. You're an awesome co-host. We get a second party. There's 150 people there. And you come up to me like, hey man, let's up this party up a bit, man. Let's get some weed. And yeah, we do some weed. Now, those 150 people say, yo, Vic and Henry, they supply the weed and everything. Now, the next party, now we got 200 people. Let's do a little bit of acid now. You get where I'm going, right? Every party, every 2 years grows and grows. But you and I are heavily involved in it. Okay. Now we're doing coke, we're doing heroin. We're going out there hardcore. Our minds will start to change. Now these parties become, it could turn into sex fest. It could turn into anything. But the first 150 people that came, they may be hooked on that. You get it? And then as you start inviting people, there are some people like, yo, you know what? This is not for me. This is not for me. So I guess what I'm saying, and I'll even throw in Diddy, Epstein and Diddy, they had lavish parties. They were just rich people that I want to have a good time. And over the years, drugs got involved, women, strippers, you name it. They start coming to this place and things just simply start getting out of hand. You feel what I'm saying? So in the beginning, was it like that? We don't know. That's what I want to know. I mean, like I said, you had Michael Jackson, you had Diana Ross, you had Tom Hanks, you had politicians, and you have it all in there. It doesn't necessarily mean at that particular time from 1970 to 1980 was like that. From 1980 to 1990, maybe from 1990 to 2000. Okay, well, it's getting a little thick here, and then from that point on, it just gets out of control. I mean, you got to look at it that way. Diddy was a very powerful man, for an example, and I believe he just spun out of control. He wanted to have full control of what he was doing. Was Epstein like that? That's what I want to know. You know, uh, um, the key point in these two characters, especially Epstein, is the children, the child trafficking or whatever it is. Those are some serious allegations. Like I need you to prove that to me though. Like why do you think that? I could have been like, hey guys, we're gonna go to Epstein's party. Hey, I'm gonna bring my kids with me. You don't know what that is, man. Like I mean, you don't know how any of that turned out. You know, uh, the real question is are you trying to understand why you had to go to an island for this? You know what I mean? Is it like, why do I have to travel away and put myself at a place where nothing but a body of water just surrounds me, where I
Well,
can't
it's
pass?
obviously for money. It's
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
yeah.
But it's also showing off, bro. That's like the guys with the rap videos. First video, he hasn't even made it. He's like this with 20s, like yeah, I'm making, or flashing the money. What is the foundation of the Epstein saga, the situation? Because the news is going to give you whatever the hell they want you to hear. You know what I mean? Social media is going to show and give you whatever you want to hear. But guess who's hearing it, bro? Not a soon to be 55-year-old, not a 40-year-old, not a 30-year-old, maybe. But guess what? A 20-year-old, an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, because they are involved with social media. So whatever they see, they're going to be like, oh, wow, this guy was a bad man. And not knowing all the facts first. So now we're going to do, like videos of our own. Yeah, Epstein was a bad man, blah, blah. And no doubt, man, something went down.
Well,
But
are you looking at these pictures I'm posting? I'm opening.
yeah, yeah,
This is, what you're talking about, the evidence.
yeah. Now, my question is this: what does the bathroom have to do with anything?
It has to do with everything because you want to know what you see. Like right here, they redacted something. That's why it's important.
Yeah,
What did they redact? You know what I mean?
that's
So like
interesting.
when people have like all these conspiracies about shit, it's like just look at it yourself. Like whose guitar is that?
Yeah.
Did Jimi Hendrix or whatever, someone like that donated to him? Was he a part of the problem? You know what I
That's
mean? Like it's
I have to look at that. I never looked at it. Just how I responded. Like, what does the bathroom have to do with anything? Is there something I'm missing? Oh, are those pills on the,
yeah.
like,
Maybe that's a look like a name, right? You could find out whose package. So if people are like, Jay-Z's on the Epstein list, yeah, if they can scan this and Jay-Z pops up, he's technically on the list. It's not a list of names. It's pretty much who was Epstein involved with. And right here, let's see what's over here. Is it gonna let me yeah, there we go. Oop. And we'll just go to another one. This is, real investigation, not like listening to other people yap their gums. This shit's annoying sometimes. What the hell is that? You see what I'm saying? Like, what is that? Who is that? These people are rich, right?
yeah.
So they're not gonna everything they put in their home is with intent. It's not like, I'm in a condo right now, a
The
resort.
meaning, yeah, there's a meaning behind it.
You see what I'm saying? So like, what is that? Who is that? Why is that?
But let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a very serious question. This is for anybody listening. Okay. You move into a apartment complex, right? You've been there for years, whatever. And a new tenant comes in, okay? And you get to know him or her, whoever, and you hang out a few times. Then it turns out he's a convicted felon, okay? Um, it doesn't matter what he did. It's your choice to either cut him off or like, all right, you know what? He did his time, whatever. So you continue to hang out with him. Uh-oh, the other tenants find out. Does that make you a bad person? And so you got to think about that. Nothing's going on with this convicted felon, okay? Or what he did.
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm
Okay,
confused.
if I knew somebody who went to prison, okay, for 10 years, 15 years, because he might have got into a fight. And as a matter of fact, I did know somebody who got into a fight, protecting himself, but he killed the person. But for whatever reason, he had to do like 10 years. I can't remember what the story was about. And, a lot of people chose not to look his way or walk me. Hey, what's up, dude? What you doing, man? I'm just working on the car, and I go hang out with a beer or whatever, with other people, or his friends, you know. But does that make me a bad person because I'm here with the guy who might have done something bad?
Did you know
No,
him before?
no,
Did
I
you have
never.
a relationship?
No, no, no. He
Well,
was.
no, you see, so the problem there is that as an adult, especially when you have kids, obviously, and a wife, you don't want to keep people like that around you. They'll find their own people. So I guess you don't have to be someone's friend because you feel like you should give them a chance. You should be their friend if you guys are like-minded. Like I have
Yes,
a good
yes,
friend
yep.
that I have a good friend that I just can't be around and close to because I'm just not a part of that lifestyle anymore. So no, I'm not gonna. I kind of disagree with what you're saying. Look at it. This is interesting. So this is in his apartment
Yeah.
or his condo, and he has instructions. It looks like a choking hazard instructions, and then call 911. It looks like if there's an emergency. Like why would he have that in his apartment? They running
Interesting.
a business out of there. You know,
Oh,
uh,
well, look,
it's weird. It's strange.
on my old apartment, um, Michaela had her closet and I had my own closet, you know? And I have a point with this, okay? I mean, I know that's a little different, that's a little weird, but oh, I see people there. Okay. Now, above our closets, we have the men's bathroom sign, but it's just the men, but it's for the bathroom.
That looks like Steve Bannon. I'm sorry. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And then on hers, she had the women's symbol for the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I just thought it was cool at the time, But this is something you have to consider. This is something everybody has to consider, okay? We got these pictures here. We got somewhat something to investigate, okay? Would it be fair to say that you and I, we got money, you know, and you and I say, hey, man, what's the hype with the Epstein Island? Hey, let's go fly over there. Let's see if we could get invited. Invites us, go over there. Nothing happens, but we're like this. Hey, Epstein, you know what I mean? That's it. That's the only picture. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, if you have numerous pictures, like, you have Bill Clinton with the girl sitting, on his lap. Is that the only picture you got of Bill Clinton? Or do you have
Eh,
more?
I mean, honestly, if you're around a dude in general, like it's just bad for you. You shouldn't be around people like that. And that just shows your interest in like why are you so interested to be around someone like that? For clout, for money. Because I saw a video today where he was explaining, and it's probably in these files, obviously. He was talking about credit and how the rich get richer. And he's well spoken, so I can understand how he can charm someone into financially backing him.
Yeah.
But me personally, I wouldn't, even if I got rich, I don't want to be around any of these people. And if that's the consequence of being rich, then I would rather not be rich, just,
Right.
live comfortable. Because if you're going to be rich, there's a problem with millionaires and billionaires because I call it money hoarding. You
Mhm.
don't need millions of dollars in the bank. It's unnecessary. All you need is about 3 to 4 million for your life, to live. And if you take that away, all you really need is a farm and a house without people bothering you for taxes. And what else do you need? Honestly. But when it comes to the whole Epstein stuff, if you're gonna be around him, there's intent for something, and
Yeah.
I'm not okay with that, period. Even Donald Trump, like, okay, yeah, he actually communicated him when he found out, and he was just like, "You're banned from here." Because you know what? Donald Trump, he's not stupid. So people make accusations about him, but he's wildly successful for a reason. Dude, he's president 2 times. He ran 3 times, became president 2 times. That's not a stupid person. That's a very smart person. And evil or not, I mean, he's not a stupid guy. So because of that, he doesn't want people like Epstein around him. What other like there are no other allegations besides like Stormy Daniels which was settled at a court. And, as men, that's what he was doing when he was young, whatever. That's his business. That's no one else's business. Can he run the country and does he have the balls to do it? That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Unless it's something atrocious,
Uh,
obviously.
I, let me answer that. Well, not a question, but let me add to that. Um, just to be clear, I'm not I'm not referring to Epstein on his last 15, 20 years of life. I'm referring to him in the beginning. In the beginning,
Hmm.
okay?
Okay. Okay.
And what he did his last 10, 15 years, yeah. Okay, I'm not hanging out with the dude, but we're talking about back then. Okay.
Before, yeah.
And it's interesting that you brought up Trump. Okay. People hate Trump for what I'm not going to say is or was, but people hate Trump for who he was years ago. Okay. Oh, how do you vote for a president that touches pussy? You know what I'm saying? But yet he's in. So you got people who hate what he's done in the past. Whereas now let's just hypothetically say, a grown man and he has ideas, he has, a vision, but nobody wants to hear it no more. They're like, you're a dirty old rich man, you know what I mean? And that's how they look at it. So, I mean, to be fair, you know what I'm saying? You either stick with his past and not accept the future, which obviously, evidently, is getting nowhere because they blame him for everything. People are blaming that man because they hate him for what he was known for back years ago. Oh, the Epstein's file, man. All the pussy grabbing, man. All the man who just barks at people and puts them down and reporters and all that. Dude, the way I look at it, the guy's been in the business for a long time. He is a professional, whether you like it or not. Okay, so when it comes to the Epstein files, as they want to put it, okay, how long ago was that? Was he known to be a bad man then? Where 10, 15 years ago, this guy's very suspicious. So let's just be fair. I'm going to go 20 years back. Let's look at photos of those people that were involved with that man. Okay. And another thing, just to be clear on, okay. I like your little thing. um, another
I'm
thing
listening. Yeah.
to be fair, okay. I know of three people that take photography very serious and professionals, and they can even take a picture like that and just showing just for art. You know what I'm saying? So but because of this man and what he was known for, I get those pictures. I really do. I'm not saying that that's being dismissed. You know what I'm saying? But I will get a little further with these pictures and try to understand what it is that they are looking for. Like, you ever see those girls who take pictures of selfie pictures and it blows up on the internet because she forgot to put away her dildo in the background? You know what I mean? Like, are we looking for
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that? Oh my God, there's a baby oil in the Epstein's bathroom. Oh, I knew it. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean anything? You know what I'm saying? So, like, what's the expression? The picture says a thousand words or whatever. It
Yeah,
can.
well, this speaks a thousand words because there's a fan there. So why would you need a fan in an elevator? That means somebody was sitting there on cue waiting to bring people up and down. So yeah, it is technically a business because we saw the fire extinguishers and there's multiple floors. So yeah, if you have that much money, it makes sense. You're gonna have a chauffeur, an elevator guy, maids, obviously, a chef for sure, servers, butlers. So yeah, it is his house. When you have money like that, that's a different class. That's the highest class of human. I used to date a girl that her parents were millionaires, and and that's not why I was dating her. I was genuinely attracted to her. If she sees this, she'll know. I hope she's doing well. But she's a chef. She got hired by billionaires, and she was like, "Look, my parents are like well off, wealthy, etc." But she said like being a billionaire when she was working for them as their personal chef, she used to travel with them. That was pretty cool. Um, she was getting paid shit like 15 years ago, like 80 grand a year plus every all expenses paid. So like everything was paid. She didn't have to lift a penny. So, but yeah, she was getting about 80 grand a year. And mind you, that was only when they traveled, right?
Mhm.
So that was maybe every month. So 10 times out of the year, just to give you a consensus of like, how that money works. How she was just telling me like a billionaires that just have a total different class of people. Um, you won't see a billionaire in public, just put it that way, ever. Like you'll never see them in public for no reason, like running into them at Farm Fresh. It's not gonna happen. Um, so my point to that is this makes a lot of sense. I mean, look how clean that is.
Yeah. Now, would you like to hear the dark side of what people may be thinking about that scene right there? That right there?
Yeah, I want
You
to hear
know,
it.
was it a naked kid sitting there? It's kind of hot, sweaty, so men can, you know, do
Well,
what.
that's an elevator.
No, no, I know, but
Okay.
I'm just saying, maybe somebody, hey, you're not gonna do this drug, sit in the Vader, and they gotta sit there, it's all hot, and they just got a fan and cool. There's so many ways you could look at that. It could be a torture chamber, who knows, you know? But what you said makes a lot of sense. But right now in today's society, you and I and many others have to think how these people think to understand why they think that. You understand? And the thing is, we would never understand why they think that way. Just what I told you, that's a possibility. I mean, this is what we're blaming the man for. You know what I mean? Like, oh, child trafficking. Maybe it was some kid sitting in there sweating his balls off, and that fan's just to cool him so he doesn't pass out. While men or women come around like, yummy. You know what I mean? Like you never
Yeah.
know.
If you don't think that's a real lion, you're on crack.
Yeah, exactly,
It's
exactly.
what do they call that? There's this word for it. Um,
I
the
believe that wholeheartedly. They have that in
no,
job.
it's a profession. I just forget
Oh,
what the hell is the profession. Anyway, I'll think of it.
but
but yeah, that's definitely a real lion. That's
yeah,
real gold. That's not copper. Um, yeah, I mean, this is how billionaires live. Like that chandelier is probably worth all my debt
yeah,
right now. And it's not much, but it's
and a,
probably more worth more than my debt.
and a house. It's in the house. Screw it.
Yeah, yeah, true. No, true story. And it's crazy because like how you watch these movies where you see like the artist selling a banana for billions of dollars or whatever the case is. I'm just exaggerating. But like this is all art. Like artists made this stuff. Obviously, I don't mean to sound cliche. I'm just saying like it's just fascinating because it's not IKEA, you know?
I mean, you got to look like this. Okay, I'm gonna
Look
do a
at
comparison.
that. Sorry, go ahead.
What is that?
It was just like straight marble, like that
Yeah.
whole thing was probably like $100,000 just for that setup right there.
Well, I just want to do a little bit of comparison. Okay. First off, the guy's gone who committed suicide or
I
whatever.
don't think he's gone. I
Okay?
think he's still alive.
Um, when you look at like Diddy, okay, look at all and everything, quote unquote, that they have on him that could be against him. Okay, so a monster that could have been put away for life, and what does he get? You know, basically a slap on the wrist and living rich in jail. His own little pad. I'm pretty sure he's got a TV, he's got a phone. Like who knows? You know what I mean? You know, but the media will tell you, oh, Diddy did something bad, so they put him in the hole. Well, how do we know that? How do we know it's true? Because I'm going to tell you something right now, man. If I was a guard, or CO in that prison, and somebody offered me thousands of dollars, yo, just get us something, yo, I'm going to be $1,000 richer right now but nothing has surfaced. Nothing at all. Nothing but codes being sent on the phone and going back and forth. And I believe he got in trouble for, I can't remember what it was. And they said they took his phone privileges away for a week. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And I keep saying, look at all of the stuff. Oh, the white.
So really quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but like you have different cultures here. This
Yeah.
is his closet. So I guess he blends in to wherever he goes. I mean, this is clearly a suit. You have some kind of different culture there. This specifically, it looks like Islam or something like that. Um and then you see put like the drapes. Those look like pants actually. Pants or drapes. Yeah, that's pants actually. But look, these are all different cultures. And then if you look up here, what is that? I know what that is. You know what that is?
It's like a skull. So what is
That's the
it?
thing that you put on what the Muslims that they put on their head, which matches
Okay.
this right here. So this is journalism what we're doing right now. Then you have a crown. Whose crown is that? And then you have this, definitely sailor stuff in the Caribbeans. But what's that? That book.
Well,
But this is interesting. This whole Muslim attire. That's what that is. He's not Muslim, for as far as I know.
okay. Let's look at it this way. Is it fair to say, who's to say that that wasn't a gift from somebody, like came and hung out with him on, this is a great island, man. Here, take this robe.
Yeah, look, that's straight Muslim stuff, bro.
Yeah,
Look at the
yeah,
attire. So look, absolutely 1000%. So my point, the reason why I mentioned that is because they said he was a spy from Israel. That's
really?
why I mentioned that. Yeah, that's why, like, if anyone's watching, whenever you do watch it, they're gonna know exactly what I mean. That's why I'm marking certain things.
Yeah.
Um, um, Yeah, we don't need to listen to anyone. We could just do this shit ourselves. I mean, look, this is
Because
1000%
focus on those.
not gifts. He wears this stuff.
Yeah. I think they have pictures of him wearing some of the stuff, if I'm not mistaken. They might have some pictures of him wearing that stuff, bro.
We're gonna find it. That's for sure. This is wild. Look, he has a barber thing in his obviously that's what billionaires do. That's weird.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because don't forget, a lot of these guys have movie theaters, their own studio. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised, but like I mean, I don't know how rich this guy really was, or if he
Six,
was.
seven, eight. I mean, you could see his riches right in front of you. It is straight marble, bro. This ain't plastic. That shit that you get in your apartment.
Can you imagine
Uh,
using that room
six,
just once a
seven,
month?
eight, nine. That's 9 o'clock. What, using this? Well, apparently people would like borrow his place and stay there and stuff, so it was never vacant. Um I can't say never, but there was a lot of traffic that was in and out of there. People would borrow his place. What the hell is that? That looks like
Looks like a furnace, a boiler, or something.
yeah, that's I was trying to
Like the top,
like HVAC or some shit, whatever
like
it's called.
the top part looks like an exhaust or something, or in sucks in air from outside.
You see? Pills, but it's too
Hmm.
whose pills are those? I can't see it. It's too greeny.
Now I do have a question. Who took these pictures?
The FBI. When
So
they raided his stuff, these are all the pictures the FBI took of his entire house.
So in just to be fair, sometimes I have to do reports, okay, and I'm very, very, very thorough. Like when I look at videos of people faking their slip and falls at the mall or whatever,
Yeah.
I break everything down. I look at the body language. I look to see if they're trying to see if there's cameras around. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this, and this is just fair. Is this the beginning of pictures? Or let me take a picture of this room, but why not take pictures of the items on the counters, like, a close-up shot? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, we haven't gotten there yet. There's
oh, but that's what I'm
freaking
saying.
millions of
Yeah.
pictures. We're gonna get there, trust me.
Because didn't they do this for Diddy too? Like took pictures of all his rooms or some weird stuff like that.
I'm not sure about the whole
Yeah,
Diddy shit.
yeah. I don't think they did that yet. Or they do, and they're just waiting for him to come out to start it all over again.
Yeah, I mean they're releasing all the pictures. It's just they're redacting some stuff, and that looks like a kid, maybe? I don't know. I see a bikini, but then yeah.
Hey, to be fair, man, to be fair, when I was working in Queens as a handyman, there was a gay couple, cool people, cool people. One of them, he passed away due to cancer. But I remember going to do work in their apartment, and I kid you not, they had like professional photos of naked men, like that, like what you saw there,
Yeah, yeah.
naked with their privates out and all that, professional. You know what I'm saying? So, does it make it wrong? If you come into my house and I have like 40 years of Playboy pinup posters, does that make me a bad person? You know what I'm saying? So, like it's like we got to be careful what we're watching. Like, okay, I see that picture there. Oh, what a dirty man. But look at your response. Hey, is that a kid?
No, but this doesn't look like $1 billion place. This looks very suspicious. You have,
Yeah, that room looks a
damn
little,
it.
look like a little stuffed animal or something.
Dude, well, it's just cheap. This is cheap stuff. It looks like what are those houses? The whorehouses, but there's a word for it, a brothel.
Brothel,
This
yeah.
looks like a brothel, bro.
Possibly behind that mirror is a camera. Who knows?
Huh.
Go by that window, the window. Hmm, interesting.
I mean, billionaires won't have a cheap freaking. Well, I mean, if it's a brothel, they don't care.
No,
But
no,
this is not in his
you-
house. I
you're not
don't think
seeing what
so.
I see. Are
Maybe
those are those bars on the window?
it looks like
So,
it. Yeah,
those are bars on the
yeah.
window.
There's a total.
Interesting.
Yeah, because what would reflect? That nothing would reflect. Um.
Yeah, that looks like a room to keep someone in there.
Yeah, but the air is not facing in there. Oh,
Hmm,
you mean the room in here? Yeah, I see what you're
yeah.
saying.
But those look like bars on outside the window, so like nobody could escape.
100%.
And I could be wrong. I've never seen windows glass that has lines that come down.
Nah.
It sure looks like a
And
like
that's
a
a
like
door too. That's an entire door that you can open. You can open this entire door. You can
interest.
see that clearly.
But that's kind of weird, man,
It's
because
very
if you open it,
strange.
the AC is going to be in the way, like you would have to step over it or something. But you see what I'm saying? It is a window because you can see the it doesn't go all the way to the floor.
No, the latch thing, that was an entire door.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is different attire. So as you saw earlier, you had the Muslim attire, and now this is a total different, it's different. It's
I
not the
think
same.
I think those were the clothes he mostly wore. He always wore clothes with no collar, like it was just like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
straight.
So here it is. Look, those are bars, bro.
Those are bars, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Those are fucking bars,
Well,
bro.
I mean, it is New York, so I don't know. So this is the same room. I guess the other part of the window is on the left side of this.
Yeah.
Um, this looks like a little love shack house. And if it is his apartment, which it probably is, I think it could possibly be like what is this? Why would
But,
he have this here
but
in his
why don't
house?
Why the bars unless you're on the first floor? Uh, why the bars if you have money, and why would you put yourself in that situation where you have to put bars? It's like I have a rule, when we're searching for apartments, and I'm like, hey babe, that might be in a bad area. Oh, but let's go check it out. And you go down there and you see bars on the windows, it's a bad area. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? I don't think that man would have put himself in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. The bars on the window.
Elevator.
Yep. Oh, interesting elevator. Like, where does it go?
We shall see. Oh, this is a creepy ass house, bro.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. He sure and hell has a lot of rooms, bro.
Well, I mean, he's a billionaire, bro. This
Now, do
unlimited everything.
you know why they take that picture?
You
Pan
said
out for
what?
pan
Yeah,
out.
there's
Just
two
pan out.
redacted. Pan out. I'm sorry.
So get the whole room. Look at
Yeah.
the color scheme, and yet that desk or whatever is that color.
So weird, bro. It's creepy as hell. Look at this. What's redacted over here? Why? Like, why is that redacted? That's frustrating.
Who knows, man? It could be famous faces, bro. Just
Oh,
famous,
that's right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
and they're just keeping it out of picture. Like,
This
there,
is suspicious.
I read an article about him, and that was something that supposedly he treasured. Celebrities, people that the world knows, and he would always have pictures with him in it or without it. You know what I'm saying? The files
I don't doubt
within
that
it.
at all. Yeah. So these files that you see here will be in the Epstein files. So you'll be able to see everything, all of this stuff. So when people are like, you have 30 days to release these files. Okay, let me hire an army so we can scan every single thing immediately.
Mhm. What's that on the side on the what when I'm looking at it, it's on the left hand side. It's like
Ooh.
right there where you think is that? Is that paper? What is that? Maps?
It's probably blueprints.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sorry, blueprints. I like, okay,
I know what you meant. Yeah.
blueprints of what? You feel me?
Dude, this dude was involved in so many things, but it's probably like blueprints of like Saudi Arabia. I think like, yo, people were onto something when they called him a spy, like for real, for real. Um, I mean, I'm not making sense to some people, whatever, but I'm just going off of like a lot of the information I was hearing because he
Now let me
had he single-handedly, bro, really quick, had control of the world pretty much. You know, when they're talking about blackmail, there's a audio series I haven't finished watching. It's 8 hours long, and it was talking about blackmail and the roots of it. And if Epstein, like, let's say if they really released all these files, like, because there's so much more to go, and you find out that both parties were like into some real child sex trafficking stuff, like the entire world will collapse. It'll be a house of cards. Um, that's my opinion. I don't know everything, but
so they're saying that he was a spy for who?
for Israel.
Okay.
And what happens is, if you're in the United States, it'll make sense in a second. So, if you're in the United States, remember, like when it comes to Israel, Jewish people firmly believe that Christ has not come yet, and they're looking for Christ right now on earth. So this is the whole thing that people misunderstand when it comes to Israel. They just look at the nation. No, we're talking about Jewish people in general, the
Yeah.
Israelites. So, send in someone like Epstein, give him unlimited money, right? Because where did he really get his money from? He's not talented. I mean, he's a smooth talker, but what does he have? You know, so he has unlimited money, and what he's doing is sex trafficking, the children, getting people like Bill Clinton and whoever else involved. And now what happens is that the United States is actively involved in Israel's war, because if they don't, they're going to release the real files, and that's when the House of Cards comes crashing down.
Mhm.
So if you have everybody in blackmail, of course they're gonna abide. Of course they're gonna, like, why is Jay-Z a billionaire? They probably have something on him, but they're like, okay, you can have all these riches and you just gotta do what I say. You better do what I say.
What's on that table there on the right?
Right here.
Left.
Oh, you said the right. I'm
I
sorry.
mean,
No, no,
you're right.
no. You were
Well,
right.
I don't know how you see it on your end.
Yeah, no, we see it the same way. So yeah.
Hmm, interesting.
Back up a T-bit. So this looks like a juicer. Well, it is a juicer. George Foreman grill,
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I was like, what?
waffle maker.
So this is a kitchen.
Yeah, this is a kitchen. Look at how big that oven is, bro. Holy moly.
Yeah.
That is no joke. That looks like six burners. One, two, three, four, five, six. Big oven.
Yeah,
Chairs.
yeah, chairs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a table, it looks like, that they can pull out for the employees to eat. That's a standard, like, billion-dollar kitchen. I get it. Um,
So the
very, very interesting.
bottom line is this: they are wondering how this man got money, pretty much. They're wondering, like another Diddy thing, like is he blackmailing people? I got you doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because from what I'm understanding with the Epstein files, they want people to come forward or else, pretty much.
Well, yeah,
Is that a bed?
it's a it's a very comfortable couch, I'll tell you that. This is a that's a mirror, so it's mirroring that. So I think even that room that he had upstairs, because it's the same blanket, so maybe, I mean, that could be his bedroom. Oh, that could be his bedroom upstairs. But like you were saying, oh, so this is the other side of the room that
Okay.
we are looking at
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah, 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 yeah. The colorful table.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's chaotic, dude. It's just random things everywhere.
It looks like a chill room, honestly. Oh,
He's very organized. See, psycho people are like this, bro.
yeah, but there's a lot to say with people that have big mirrors too.
That's true. Yeah, I don't
Just
like
saying.
mirrors like that, bro. Uh-uh.
That looks like a chill okay, let's think the dark side.
Hmm.
That's for people to sit there and watch whatever's going on in that bed.
What bed?
Well, that what is that? A table or it looks like a mattress.
This?
Yeah,
No, that's just a kickstand, bro. You kick your feet up on that. My mom has one of these in her living room. It's not that big, but yeah. You see, that's the couch, and that's where you kick your feet up. You just pull it in. You can see the creases.
hmm.
But, dude, I need a mouse, an actual mouse. Yeah, so that's just like a love seat. This is where you'll move it here to come close. You see what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
playing detective right now. And then the other side would be that crease right there. So you just move it, boom, boom, done. You could even see the little scrapey poo. Um, but I do understand your suspicion, but I don't think it would be there like that.
hey, I'm just saying,
You never know. Yeah.
whatever's gonna make you happy.
No, no. We're just investigating.
No, 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 not you. I'm saying, whatever makes him happy. Like he might, like, yeah, just give that man a blowjob while I sit here and watch off the mirror. You
Hey.
know what I mean? I'm gonna look at the mirror. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but you see the computers right behind too. So,
Yeah,
uh, all right. So look at this. So this is a chute. That's what that is. This is not an oven on this side. This looks like a chute that goes up and down,
yeah.
like you saw in movies or whatever. Uh, there's another side actually of the
Look,
kitchen,
the one
but
thing I noticed, man, he has a lot of chairs here and there, like just chairs every.
he had a lot of employees. He sure did. Conspiracy theorists are gonna go crazy with this one. That's the Illuminati, Freemason, checkered flag.
Or chessboard.
I think that's yeah. Hold on. Okay,
Whoa,
what is happening here, bro?
what is that? A
Cable
phone?
box and a phone,
Hmm.
alarm clock. There's probably a bed here in between these two. But these rooms look like not billionaire. You know what I mean?
It
It
is like
look.
like
Oh,
like,
even the car. So these are the tacks for the carpet. So they pulled this whole room up.
but look at the wall. The wall has
A little
a
box.
between the wall. Yeah, it's like two
Yeah,
rectangles. There's like something's behind it.
could be a bathroom on the other side. That's where the pipes are.
Yeah, but what kind of room is that that is enclosed with no
It's
windows?
so weird. Yeah, this is a very, very, very. It looks like a closet, but very strange, bro. Because where would the window be?
Yeah.
If you walk in, if that's where the entrance is for the door, where would the window be? That would kind of be impossible. But if you're trying to torture someone, why would you give them a phone?
So they can call and give the secret password, bro. Just saying.
Dude, this is weird. Hold on, let me see if no.
I think that's the weirdest photo I've seen yet. That right there, because
Yeah, I agree. I have to agree with you
it's
with
very
that.
odd. Like what was it?
That is obviously there was carpet. That's why the tacks are in the corners.
Okay, would you like to hear the dark side?
Yeah, no want to hear it.
Someone might have possibly been killed there, so they got rid of all the evidence. The bed, mattress, the
Oh
carpet,
shit,
you
bro.
know,
I did not think of that.
because that room has no window. You got to remember, man, Epstein strikes me as just like Diddy, like a bondage S&M type person. You know what I mean? And when you look and understand bondage and all that, there are always in rooms with no windows. It's just square,
Well,
dark.
look at this.
What's that, a sink? Oh, washing machine, wash and dryer.
Yeah, not well, no. There's a kitchen. That's a hood fan for the smoke.
Okay, I see it. Just so you
And
know,
you
on my end, I see it kind of small, so I'm just
No,
uh,
it's
uh,
tiny
uh,
and what you relating to exactly what you were just saying. This is another room without windows. That's strange, bro.
maybe that's
Maybe what we're looking at is like a little hostage center,
yeah.
and maybe the phone was for to go straight to the operator. Because if you had a cell phone, then you really would have been able to contact someone. But at that time, what do you think? Like StarTAC or something like one of those flip phones? Because I can't see that they had any phone like we have now for sure.
That's the
Oh
kitchen.
yeah. There's the other side of the photo I think we're looking at. Yeah,
Wow,
six burners,
that's
flat
an
top,
expensive
or
kitchen. They're
grill.
packaging one.
It looks so dingy though.
Yeah, there's something off about these pictures because, like you said, yes, like if those lights turned off, it's pitch black in there.
No windows. Like maybe it's the basement. Oh, it could be the basement, bro. I forgot in New York we have deep basements, and not here in Virginia. It's very rare. But this could be the basement where the employees, like obviously right here, so that's the employee lockers. So maybe they had a bed there and something horrific happened, for the employees to sleep, but then something happened, like you were saying, so they just pulled everything away. What if he was keeping some of his employees hostage? Like, you stay here and that's it?
Well,
Or else,
or
yeah.
what's interesting is, I'm not trying to be funny, uh,
Mm.
he might have illegals there working for him.
That too. Yep.
This is what you get. You don't ever come up to this door. If you need something, you call.
And the illegals that we're talking about here are European illegals, because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
also illegal. Because people think it's all Mexican. It's like, no, bro.
Or,
180
or,
countries, brother.
or your bride online. You know, you're gonna stay down here and cook for me.
So this, yeah, this is 100% the basement. We're looking at like the basement
I'm telling
employees
you, dude, if
section.
those lights went off, it is pitch black.
Black.
Trust,
Yep. Pitch
because
black.
even the pictures are dark.
Anything suspicious? No.
You know, if you yell
Clean
for
as
help,
hell. Very clean.
you yell for help, ain't nobody hearing.
Nobody, yeah, I agree.
Right?
And
You're
then,
the,
oh, yo, dude, and then you think about it. We saw the elevator shoot for the food.
yep.
So you don't even have to come upstairs
So there are people probably just living down there against their will, you know?
or hiding
Or,
because it's cheaper to have sexy foreign, illegals or whatever the case is. However, because they're trafficking. I mean, it was clear that he was trafficking people. So this could be a part of the trafficking. This is starting to make a lot of sense right now. And I'm glad we're doing this together, investigating ourselves. I don't want to hear anybody else's bullshit. Look at this. This is the basement. That's what I was thinking.
downstairs. This is the
Sub
downstairs.
cellar. There you go. It says it right there.
Interesting.
If that's the sub cellar, guess what? It goes down more. Or that's the basement and this is the sub cellar. I'm sorry. And that's where it stops. So it's two levels down. There's wood there. That's interesting. What is that wood for? Huh. Those are two tree barks. A lot of fire extinguishers, and that makes sense. And even this, I mean, you have to have that in an
Yeah,
enclosed environment.
I noticed that the previous picture you showed, there was two fire extinguishers within, 10 feet of each
Yeah,
other.
look at this. This is cellar, bro.
Oh yeah, this is down below, bro.
I wouldn't say hostages, because they have full control of the whole entire unit. I want to go more towards the side, like just illegal immigrants, whatever race they were, or I can't say I can't, I'm not convinced that they could be held against their will when they have full control of the whole entire unit. Like they can sabotage that at any moment. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like if I have your daughter or whatever, like I know where your family lived. That was a good one, Michaela. Good job. We got to get you a mic and a freaking camera.
You know, okay, yeah, true, true. Yeah, she's saying that if they have something against her, that she'd do whatever they wanted because now this is where is this at exactly? Like this isn't the island, right? Or this is
No, this is at the apartment, I
at the
believe,
apartment.
in New York City.
Yeah.
And this is why you got access to downstairs. You got two floors that are under the house. Um, we saw now, if I'm wrong, I could be wrong. This could be the island, but it doesn't make sense that an island you can go two stories down. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Eh, wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah, she's saying that it could be that he's paying the family bills, or medical treatment, you know. What is that, white closet? What is that? I can't help but notice that this guy's into white.
There's no suspicious about that.
I'm being told that most pedophiles like white.
Okay.
H-
Well,
Hence
I
the
mean
white.
that this whole damn re resort is white, so I mean, I don't know. I get what you're saying there. That's strange though. I've never heard that. That's a new one. Yeah, they pulled up all the carpet everywhere.
Yeah,
Unless this is the same room. So this could be the same room looking at a different angle. Yeah, because you'll have your own bathroom.
hey, go to the doorknob, see if there's a lock on it. If you could. And
Yeah, I don't think he was holding people hostage, bro. We would have heard stories of that. You know, with all the victims and shit that's been speaking out, they don't ever mention hostage. That's not a thing in the files, at least. From what we've seen, I mean, hey, you never know. We'll probably bump into something like chains and shackles, but I'm just telling, like, from my understanding right now. Um,
what is it?
Hostage by blackmail, yes, just
Yeah.
like Michaela was saying, I could get that, but not like, well, I'm gonna lock you in and I'm gonna chain you up. I don't think we're gonna find that. Hopefully not, because that would be devastating.
What's this? A
Um,
massage table? What is it?
oh,
A table?
sorry, that just looks like a regular table, but why? Ah, to iron. They put it
Oh,
like that to
okay.
iron because that's a little too small to like iron the way they need to. There's the steam presser right there. I know what that is. Um. This looks pretty cool. This looks like they could flatten like your shirt out in like seconds. That's pretty cool, dude. See, man, being a billionaire is crazy. I understand. So like when you have a life like this where everything is accessible, why would a billionaire want to stop being a billionaire? Like no, no, that's not going to happen. Especially with yes, with millionaires too. Why did you need to be 18 to see this? It verified my age before this. And I wonder why.
Hmm.
I mean, you saw it yourself,
Looks like a pressed jacket, possibly suit.
Ralph Lauren. Huh.
That's
Yeah,
the
you don't give people that are tortured all this access. I mean,
that's the breaker boxes and all that.
but
What's
why
on?
you gotta, it's so weird. Let me go over here real quick.
Yeah, I was looking at that on the right.
I got you. I feel like I'm in a submarine, like we're looking at like deep in the ocean. 2018, you think? 2016?
Yeah, whatever that is sold. What is it?
Does it say sold? Is that what it says?
No, SLO or something. It's upside down on my end, or maybe oh
This
zero
right
one
here, what we're looking at, that looks like 2018 or
yeah, 20
20
20.
something like that. Yeah.
That's what you were saying.
Or so no, that's a one. Yeah.
Uh,
It
Don't,
does look
don't,
like soda.
don't forget on my end is what I'm looking at is small, so I have to like really look.
Oh,
But
I don't know. Yeah, let me
what's
see.
interesting was that the garment bag, the clothes
Hmm.
bag.
The one that was just randomly hanging. Yeah, like what the hell is that about? What is this, bro? Egyptian stuff, you see? There's something about that Israeli Egyptian stuff, man.
What's that in the back? Like the 5 or 6 things sticking
This
in.
right here?
Yeah. What is that? Hmm. Oh, is that art? I think that's a piece of.
Bro. Okay, so I see two things here. I see three trees standing tall or three like weird cult members in those robes
Yeah, I was about to say, are those people?
with the little hats. I don't know, dude. That's weird, bro. Trees don't, I mean, even if it is art, that's just too perfect to be the same exactly. I don't know. I don't know. But this is a cellar right there. I know that. What the hell is this? Is that a painting? Or not a painting, but a picture? Yeah, it's a
What's in the back
canvas.
over there on the left? Yeah, there. Seems like he has a lot of boxes around the house. What's that barrel? I can't read that. B-A
Yeah, barrel.
barrel.
It's that company, I forget.
Oh, that looks like a door to the way out. It's a freedom. Yeah.
It's funny. Look at that. Yeah, there's a lot of.
That could be
It's
the
like,
that could be
well,
the delivery door. Hey,
yeah, that's
hey,
true.
yeah. Hey man, I got company coming over. Probably like 20 minutes. Thank
Okay.
you. We were doing dinner night.
No, it's good.
Wish you was around because you'd be here for dinner night too. Oh,
Huh. Baby? The fuck?
that looks like sailor clothes. Those look like
It
uniform.
says baby. This is some like cross-dressing cosplay stuff. Look, a wig?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was about to say, is that a wig up there?
Halloween stuff, probably. I hope.
That's what they said when Diddy had his wig on, but whatever.
No kidding. What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
those are kids' clothes. That is for a girl to wear to fantasize of a school girl or some
Well,
shit.
yeah, look, that's definitely a school, like the short
Yeah,
dress, and even with that right there, yeah.
but that's not for babies. That's for a kid.
No, no, I know. I was just wondering why it said baby on the other outfit. That was just strange.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
mean
I didn't know
that.
that.
Yeah.
If I didn't know any better, these look like dungeons and shit. Like places to go.
Well, I mean, this is the under. I mean, you have to have this piping and all that stuff. I mean, the dude's a billionaire. Like he's everything is accessible. You know, he probably has a hand washing sink in every freaking 10 feet, multiple bathrooms, multiple showers,
Yeah.
um, multiple kitchens.
And he was by himself, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's not like he had a wife or anything.
I didn't hear anything about a
Yeah.
wife, but
I,
look,
I,
these
I
are kids on him. What? He doesn't have kids.
oh, interesting.
What is going on here?
Look at the clothes. It's just regular clothes. I was just wondering if the outfits are on any of them.
No, but there is a lot going on here, dude.
Yep. So those are pictures that they found.
Champion. Why is his hand like on meeting skin? That's very,
So that's a kid.
that's, you said what?
Those are kids.
Yeah, no, but he's making skin contact with her leg. That's not okay. I don't know what the fuck
Like
is going on there.
yeah, that's a
I'll
lot.
break his fucking hand if that was my daughter and I saw that shit. Like his wrist would be broken.
Does he have kids?
No, that's what
Grand?
I'm saying. He doesn't have
No.
kids, no nieces, no nephews. He's like a lone ranger, just fell from hell or some shit. Look how he's holding this girl. Yeah, that's a fucking
Yeah,
little
yeah,
girl, bro. You can tell.
yeah.
Look how he's holding her. And he's giving her a kiss.
Wait, is he behind her? He's behind her, bro.
I
Like,
know that. Yeah, look at
I
that
mean,
shit.
just so we can understand, like I would be like, oh, are you groping that kid?
Is he? Look at his hand.
Yeah, yeah, but he's behind her, like rubbing his junk on her or some shit. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. I think that's the house on the island. That's what that is. That's the island. Because all the other photos that you showed might have been an apartment. Who knows? Because you're right. Nobody, I mean, I know he has
Who
money,
is
but
this? He looks Arab.
the mustache gave it away.
The glasses, the mustache,
Right.
his haircut, his posture, his shirt.
We're not here to discriminate, sir. We're here to observe. But yeah, I agree. Hassan Hussein, who the fuck knows, bro?
And then you got this guy.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm gonna tell you something scary. Okay. Are we protecting the innocents with them blacking out the face, or are we blacking out the face because they're kids? Think about it. If we live in a world, in a society right now, that if it's an adult, you're going to see their face. But if it's a kid, they will block it out. So it's just
Well,
something.
not the 5-year-old that they had ICE detained. They didn't block his face out.
Oh, they want the world to see. They want the world to see. You
Yeah,
know,
so I guess the real question is it against the law to not redact it?
yeah.
Because if they're kids, they're kids.
Um,
I don't know. I mean, and how are you going to tell who these kids are now?
well, to be fair, depending on how old those pictures are, maybe they might have a date timestamp. I don't know. Whereas one time, yes, that was not allowed. Whereas now and today, like I have the right to film what I see, and you can, you know what I'm
Bro, I
saying?
was
So
looking at dead babies from the news 20, 30 years ago on CNN when they would show all the atrocities that was taking going on in Iraq and all that shit. But when there's tragedies here in the United States, they won't show the kids. So I don't understand that. That's strange to me.
I agree. I agree.
Even in Gaza, right? They're showing all
Uh,
those kids.
well, let's not forget, are these the people that are talking now about it too? They just don't want to be they rather stay anonymous. That kid right now, if I didn't know any better, like the one where he looks like he's groping her, she could be every bit of 30 now. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, don't show my face if you is this you? Yes, it is. Please don't show my face. I'm afraid for my life,
No,
Well,
I understand. Yeah.
yeah, that's weird. But then again, art, just saying art,
Probably $20,000 a piece.
you know? Oh, okay. Zoom in. What is that? A picture frame? Yeah, something's really off about them blocking the face because if that's an adult, what's the big deal? Unless they're a witness protected, who knows? You know? Don't forget, in 4 years from now, a lot of people that were involved with Diddy, they're afraid.
Yeah, not everybody wants to. I get it. I
Is
understand,
there a
man.
name on the bottom of that picture there? I
Looks like an amusement park.
with a date.
This looks like Nitro. So Nitro here. Date is 2005. Ah, June 12th, 2005.
Okay, again, are they teenage?
August, my bad. August, that's
Okay,
clearly a G.
so so let's just hypothetically say, are they children who are now 2005? They're adults now, technically. Okay, and maybe they're just being protected. These are the people that are coming up forward, talking, and just saying,
Well,
"Hey,
it could destroy your life. Let's say
yeah,
she's still alive and, she has a bomb job and now she has to quit her job after 20 years about to retire because people just won't leave her alone about it. Because a lot of these females, from my understanding too, did voluntarily do what he asked because of a price. He'll pay them to do things and they can be seen like, oh, you're a slut. You shouldn't have did that. I get it. They could go a million different ways. But from my understanding, after I watched the Netflix series, a lot of these girls, it's not like they were tricked into doing things. They put themselves in that position, and it shouldn't have happened. Obviously, they were taken advantage of 100%, but they still did it for money. It's not like they just were
yeah,
kidnapped and tortured.
yeah,
That's not what happened. Um, so that's a problem in itself because trafficking humans, what people don't understand, they're not kidnapping you. They're just moving you from one state to another for a price. Especially if you're underage, it's a big problem. But that's what they hit Diddy with because he was trafficking humans. He didn't kidnap the men. He was just moving them from one place to another. And for the point of just pleasure and getting what he wanted. He took someone's vulnerability because they needed money and he moved them from one state to another. Same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. He was bringing you had people selling their kids to him or leasing their kids to him and renting their kids to him. It's fucking insane. Like, yeah, here's my 15-year-old daughter, and then he'll pay your bills for like years, or, in other words, just give you like $1 million, $2 million. As I
No, no,
continue digging in this,
put the dogs up. Don't see.
yeah. I know you got I know you gotta
Now,
go. I know you got shit to do.
hold on. I want to add this. I'm telling you, people, watch the movie with Channing Tatum, blink twice to get a better understanding of what's going on. It is focused on what's going on with the Epstein Island and the Diddy case.
What's it called?
Blink twice.
Blink twice. Oh, like a sign. I got you. Like a
Dude,
SOS.
dude, no, no. When you watch it, it's exactly what we're talking about. Trust me, bro. You gotta watch it. Dude, if you haven't watched it, when you watch it, you're gonna be calling me like, "Oh, sweat, bro. Yo, this is wild." You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna catch up on another day. You know what I'm saying? I would like to continue this.
Yeah, we'll do like episode one, two, three. This
Yeah.
will be episode one, and we'll do
Okay.
episode two whenever you're ready. Just let me know.
Most definitely, man. Much love, bro. You be good,
Much love
bro.
to you too.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
man.
continue for a little bit. I mean, there's fucking
Okay,
thousands of files, so
definitely.
all right.
All right, I'll catch up with you, brother,
All
man.
right, dog. Enjoy your day, bro.
You too, man. Bye.
Peace. You have to end it on your end.
I know.
Uh, man, before you say bye, you gotta have your finger on that trigger.
All right, folks, you take it easy, man. Later, bro.
All right, dog. Yeah, so just continuing on here. We'll just do a separate segment just going forward. Yeah, they were fully prepared, well stocked, as you can see. Looks like linens. We already saw this. Are there like, I feel like there's like triples. Oh, snap. Henry just missed it. Just missed it. We already know what's happening here. That's Bill Clinton. That is just like the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Involving a president. I mean, wow. Two drills, it looks like. Vitamins, apple, two chairs. Hey, keep doing that. Yeah, I mean, we'll continue. There's so many files that we have to go through. See, there's so much crap on my shirt. Gotta start cooking. All right, man.